Okay, this is part 2 of how to save your inventory. Now, the first video was talking about how to use persistent. So it would only save and load your game once you beat the boss, okay? And you had to start all over again with your inventory. Now I'm able to save and load my inventory. So if I go to the next room and saves, it saves my inventory as well. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So at the beginning, when you first start the game, you're not going to have, you can't load anything because you haven't played the game. So when you click on the load button, it's not going to do anything. Before, there was a message that popped up saying you have no load file. I wasn't able to get that to work. So, because I'm using a different save and load script, because the old script for save and load, the simple save and load script didn't work for some reason with saving the inventory. So I had to go back. I had to find another code that worked for save and load for a room, and that worked for the inventory. So it's not going to show a message and pop up you have no load file. And when you load it, when you finally get it to, when you save it, you click on the load button one time, it'll go to that area that you saved it. So let me show you here. Press play. You have nothing here, of course, and it's not going to save in this room because it's no need really. You have to wait until you go to the next room to save it. Alright, so move your selector, of course, and I've talked about the selector not working correctly. I got that working correctly, so you can have it on a different selection, and when you go to the next room, it's going to go back. It's going to jump back to the arrow because it doesn't work if you have it on a certain area right here, so it has to jump back to this arrow for it to work correctly with the selecting object. Alright, so now it's saved. It automatically saved. You can have a message that pops up saying now saved. You could do that if you wanted to. Alright, so now it's going to save all this right here. Go back into the room and now press load. There you go, see? It saved everything. It saved your inventory. Now, I don't have it saved where I'm beating the boss, so when I go to the boss, I don't have a save spot in there. Okay, so if I don't beat the boss here, and you can save it if you wanted. You could save it in the boss if you wanted to, but I just choose not to save it. So if I don't beat the boss, then I go back to room 2. See, I go back to room 2 with my score intact. So let me show you how to do that. Alright, I'm just going to talk about what I added. I'm not going to talk about anything else pretty much. So with the load script, you'll notice that this is different now. This for the loading, it's set up different. Because like I said, I couldn't get the simple load and save room to work with the inventory for some reason. Alright, so what's new here is everything pretty much is new here. If file exists, save5.save, that has to match this, of course, and it's going to open it up, and it's going to read it. Because it's loading, so it's reading everything. So it's going to read the room that you're in, and it's also going to read all your information about your ammo for your arrows, your bombs, your dynamite, and your shield. Then it's going to close the room out, of course. This has to be in here, otherwise you have a memory leak and then the game will shut off. You have to have a close for your file. So it's going to save the room, and it's going to save your inventory. If you wanted to save your score, it's going to be set up just like your ammo. And I might do another video on how to put score in there, but you'll have to add that script in there as well. But this is going to basically save your room, and it's going to save your inventory. So that's what's happening here. It's reading whatever you had saved. All right, so that's the load script. The save script is different too. If file exists, save 5, just like It has to be the same. Save 5. You can change this to save 6, save 7, whatever, but it has to match. Got to make sure it matches. Everything has to match. So load. The load right here. See, it matches. Save 5, save 5, and then your information about your inventory right here. All right. Then the save, of course, I just showed you that. But now it's writing. You're writing your save. Okay, you have your ammo for your dynamite, your shield, your bomb, your arrow, and the room. It's going to save all that. Alright, so that's the save and load script. There's one more thing you have to know. When you move and pick up the arrow, there's also another script. I had that script in there for when you pick up the ammo, you gain 5 for the arrows, but this is another script you need for the saving part. So this is going to write the reel. So this is actually going to save your counts pretty much. So this is also needed in here. So it really, so see, you have save 5. It matches with the script for save it and load it. Okay, and then you write the reel for arrow, ammo arrow, string ID 1, then write ammo arrow. All this has to match. See, that matches this, that matches that. All that has to be the same. And then global.ammo arrow. Okay. Then we go to bomb. Same thing. Repeat the process. Save 5, but now you're going to say ammo bomb, string ID 1, ammo bomb, global.ammo bomb. And I'm not really, I don't know what the string represents. I mean, there's strings there to save it, of course, but I don't know the details about string ID. It's basically, I think it's talking about like this bomb, ammo bomb goes with this ID information. So if you want more information about that, you can look it up on YouTube and find out more about the string ID. I don't know the exact details, but I know ID is pretty much going to be linked to this specific name, ammo bomb. So when you pick it up, it's going to save this. It's writing the reel. It's going to write it. It's going to save it. Same thing with the dynamite. You're going to have it save 5, ammo dynamite, global ammo dynamite. So it's going to write and save whatever you pick up. It's writing the numbers. Then you have the shield. Same thing. Save 5, ammo shield, string ID, ammo shield, global.ammo shield. So pick up the shield. It saves your numbers. It's saving it. It's writing it. Alright, and that's pretty much it. But there's one more thing with the persistent. So just to give you an example. Okay, so in here there's no save. Okay, so this is a save block. I changed the color of it. So create, and I'm going to drag over a execute script and say save it. Save it is that script right here. Save it. It's going to save everything here that you grabbed or not grabbed. It's going to save the room, and it's going to save whatever you pick up. Okay. Also, oh yeah, there's one more thing. So at the beginning of your room, there's actually, you got to have this in here as well. So you got to have the hide inventory. So you have to have the O draw and you have to have the O global in the beginning of the room. If you don't have this in here, it's not going to save correctly. But what you want to do, you want to hide it. So do a object hide, and you're going to say create, and you want to say hide. You want to hide the O draw. You want to hide the global. So what's this happening? It's not deactivating it. It's there, but it's not visible on screen. And you need that there because otherwise it won't save correctly. It's going to give you 0 on your ammo and whatever you collect. It's not going to load correctly. So you need this. It has to be in the room at the beginning of the stage. But you just want to make sure you hide the inventory. Say false to it. Don't say true because that will reveal it. So you want to say false. That will hide the inventory at the beginning of the room. And then when you go to room 0, then you have the question mark, you say persistent for ODraw, and then you have for the O global, you say persistent as well, and you don't need it in the other rooms. The other rooms don't need the question marks. All the other rooms do not need the question marks. But I don't have a save block in here. I just have a jump, the selector jump that I was talked about in my other previous video. So you have the save block here. Well, this is the jump. This is a save. So edit, do a create, and do the script. It's going to save. And this and then it's going to be also, I forgot to mention in the save block, you also have to say reveal. So you want to reveal the script, you want to reveal the inventory in the other rooms, say true. Okay? Because if you don't have the script in here that says true to reveal the inventory, then you're not going to see nothing on your screen. The only thing you're going to see on your screen is the draw objects, which is going to be the selector and the backdrop of the inventory. You're not going to see any of your images for your arrows or ammo or whatever, or your text is not going to be there either for your collection. So make sure you say reveal. So the beginning on room 0, you're going to say hide inventory, which is false, and then in the other rooms where you have it saved at, not the room, well, here you're going to have to, here I should put a reveal code too. I don't know why I didn't put a reveal code. I don't know, in my opinion there should be a reveal here as well, because in room 1 I have a save and then I say reveal. So I would also copy this and put it in room 0. I'm not sure why I didn't do that, but I would make another block. I would just go in here, insert object, and then say create, and then put true for ODraw and OGlobal in the first room. I don't know why I didn't have that in there. Let me look at it and see what happens when I put that in there. I don't know why it should be in there. Yeah, I would just put it in there just to be safe. Let's load it up, see what happens. Okay, it's fine. It works fine. Got the sound off there. Just making sure it works good. Okay, so that's basically it. So yeah, that's one thing I forgot to add in there, which I will add that and put it up there on YouTube. But I would put reveal and reveal the inventory on screen here, because if you don't, like I said, if you do not add this global and this draw in this main room, watch what happens. I think, like I said, it's not going to work correctly. I don't know. Hold on, there's a reason why I add that in there, because it was messing up somehow. See, I gotta get an error message, something about the selector, because the selector I think cannot find the inventory because I don't have it at the beginning of the room. Like I said, in here you have to have the global draw and the global no global in there as well in the beginning, and say hide, because otherwise you have that selector error that comes up. And the selector error, the selector thing was what I was talking, this yellow square that selects the object, it's saying something about it can't find the inventory. So that's why you have to put it in the first room and say hide. Alright, so this will conclude my video on it. I hope you guys understand how to do an inventory pickup, or how to pick it up and how to save and load it. Like I said, I learned by actually downloading the GMX file and then just playing around with it. That's how I learned pretty much, and then researching it online. So there's inventory videos out there for Game Maker Studios, but in my opinion, they're kind of complex and I don't understand it. So I just kind of played around with it and got some knowledge about how to save and load, and just just make it as simple as possible. So just do a review real quick. In your script, load it. Like I said, you gotta make sure that it matches. Save 5, saves, and then this is saving it's writing your room, and it's writing the items you pick up. Even if you didn't pick it up, it's still writing it, or it's not gonna write it, of course, because you didn't pick it up. But it's gonna, anything you pick up, it's gonna it's telling Game Maker to load those items. Then it's going to write those items when you're saving it. It's going to save it first by writing, and then it's going to read it. Reading is to load it. Writing it is to save it. Make sure they match. Save 5. You can change these numbers if you want. You can change this to 4 if you wanted to. Make sure this matches, save 4 as well. This says 4. And then change in the save script as well. And then with your move right to pick it up, or move left, whatever. Even if you move left, you got to put it in there too. I'll put the script in there as well. You're going to say open, and then save 5 or whatever number you have chosen. If you change this to your name, Michael or Daniel or whatever, make sure it matches the script and script. And save it and load it. It has to match. The name has to match, otherwise it's not going to work. And you're writing your arrows, and then same thing happens with the bomb. You got it saying bomb. Save 5, and then same thing with the shield. It's writing it. Make sure you just need the question marks in there for. I had the question marks in here for the beginning and in here. You may not even need the O draw and the O global in the first room. You may only need it in the room 2, and then just say hide. Don't use O draw 2. Don't use O global 2. You only need the O draw and the O global. I don't know. You don't need that. And then you say hide. Room. Let me take this out real quick. I just want to see what happens. And this is going to reveal your inventory. Load it. It's going to save here. Yep, it says saves it. So you really only need, like I said, you only need the global here on the first page, the O draw and the O global. Make sure they're, say, persistent, and okay, and then you have your hide. It's going to hide your inventory. Make sure you hide it, so it's really there. You're just hiding it, and you can't use it because you don't have any of the buttons that are going to make you use it. Okay, so it's going to hide it there. And then in the room 0, you're just going to have an object 45, or I can change that name to whatever, that says, make sure you say true. You want to reveal the inventory for the O draw and O global, and that's all you need. All right, so you show your inventory. Just do that. And that's it. So I hope that helps. So now I finally know you know how to save and load your inventory. And next video or some videos down the line, I'm going to try to figure out how to save your position. I don't know how to do that yet. I found code online how to save your position in your game. So if you're in midway of your game and you die, then you load it up and you're in that same location midway of the game. So that's one thing I'm not sure how to do yet. That's another one. Probably something about a flag. You cross a flag midway of the game and it saves your position, your X and Y position. I'm not sure how to do that yet. Like I said, I found some code online, but I tried it and it didn't seem to work, so I'll have to keep looking for that. But that's another one. I can do another video on how to do the saving the position in the room. So when you load it, you're in that in the middle of the game somewhere. So that'd be great how to do that. But as for right now, it just saves and loads the beginning of the stage with your inventory intact. Alright, thanks for watching.